Yeah. Next up is the Mythic Life, who says Ehrman has changed his position to Paul probably did believe Jesus was a pre-existent celestial being. Do you think this brings him into a slight bit more of an alignment with Doherty?
I mean, on that one point, yeah, I think that's the case. I feel like, a lot of people comment like Ehrman keeps slowly sliding towards mythicism, but protesting loudly. But yeah, well, he used to call me, like, he practically called me incompetent for suggesting this. Not in his exact words, but in the sort of backhanded way. But then a few years later, then he's writing a whole book defending it, the position that he criticized me for holding. My position then wasn't controversial even then. Like, lots of scholars thought what I thought, and then Ehrman eventually went and checked. And it's very surprising, like when he actually goes and checks like how his views change. He checked and then realized that, oh shit, there's a lot of scholars who say this, and oh shit, they have good arguments. Crap, I guess it's true. And then he wrote a whole book defending it. Yeah, it would be nice to see that happen more often, but that's an example of
well,
one thing.
I've noticed one thing about Bart is that he will argue one thing in his books and he'll acknowledge things, but then he has very specific nuanced positions if you point out like how that affects other things. So like there was this one short that got put up where he was like visibly angry about somebody suggesting that Jesus could have been given a heavenly body and crucified in the firmament of the heavens. And he was like really angry about it. But then like in how Jesus becomes God, he finds where Philo makes the case that Moses was given a divine heavenly body and sent, I guess technically all the way to earth to then which he died and then ascended back up into heaven, essentially, similar to the stories that were given about Jesus.
Yeah.
But it's just like, he's like so angry about who would think that a divine body was given. It's like, I mean, you kind of argue the same thing. Like you found it in Philo.
No, that is similar. True, yeah. And again, that might be a thing where it's the specific word. The word you use has an emotional trigger. Even though that word means the same fucking thing as another word that he uses, he reacts very badly to certain words. Like if you have to choose a more respectable word for the same thing in order to get him to pay attention and take it seriously.
Yeah.
That's an example of that, I think.
Yeah. And, honestly, in the interview, I was a little nervous because I was afraid of using the wrong words, which I know that I ended up using. Emotionally triggering work in the process.
Yeah, an easy slip though. Like I could have made that mistake. The truth is like Bart Ehrman should not be that sensitive, right? Like this we shouldn't have to worry about this. It is his fault that we have to worry about this. So don't blame yourself. That's on him.